Will my employer be notified about my Chapter 13 filing? If you are considering filing for Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you might be wondering if your employer will be informed about your situation. It is a common concern, and understanding the details can help ease your mind. When you file for Chapter 13 bankruptcy, your employer is generally not notified by the bankruptcy court or the United States Trustee Program. This means that, in most cases, your employer will not receive any direct communication about your filing. However, there are specific circumstances where your employer might find out about your bankruptcy. First, it is important to note that bankruptcy filings are public records. This means that if your employer actively searches for this information, they could potentially discover it. Fortunately, most employers do not conduct such searches unless there is a specific reason to do so. Another situation to consider is if your employer is one of your creditors. If you owe money to your employer, they will receive a notice about your bankruptcy filing. This is part of the process to ensure that all creditors are informed and can participate in the repayment plan. In some cases, your employer might be involved in a payroll deduction order. This is common in Chapter 13 bankruptcy, where a portion of your wages is withheld to make payments to your creditors. If such an order is issued, your employer will be notified to implement these deductions, which could indirectly inform them about your bankruptcy. If your wages were being garnished before you filed for bankruptcy, your employer might also find out about your bankruptcy when the garnishment is halted. This happens due to the automatic stay provision of the Bankruptcy Code, which stops all collection activities once you file. Regarding the impact on your employment, it is important to know that it is illegal for an employer to fire you solely because of a bankruptcy filing. However, if you work in a job that requires a security clearance or involves handling sensitive financial information, there may be stricter scrutiny regarding your financial history. In such cases, being honest during the hiring process is advisable. Overall, while your employer might find out about your Chapter 13 bankruptcy under certain circumstances, it is not a common occurrence. Understanding these details can help you navigate your situation with more confidence.